Hi Scorpio, welcome to your December reading. Thanks for tuning in. My name is Linda. I've already shuffled your cards and thrown down your spread for your reading today. So this is where you are now. This is the challenge you face, the resources you can use, the hidden forces, the potential outcome. So you have three major arcana cards in your reading, and then with King of Cups and Six of Pentacles. Let's take one rune as well here to get more insight on what is the spiritual lesson in your experience at the moment. Alright, so where you are now in the challenge you face, I feel like for some people here, there is this time where you are in contemplative mode, and there's this feeling here like you are needing to understand why you need to move on from something. Like the death card here is the challenging energy. So it's like you know that you're in a time of deep transformation. You know that there is a very large cycle maybe that's ending or closing out here. And I feel like it has more to do with your internal landscape than the external. I mean, that's always probably true, but especially in this particular reading, I feel like whatever it is that you are working on in terms of your personal understanding of the self, who you are, maybe why you are the way you are, why you behave certain ways, there's something here that you're coming to understand through this contemplative process that you're in with the Hermit, that you know is something that you're maybe perhaps getting like a lot of really clear insight and understanding about finally, after maybe years of dealing with particularly challenging and repeating cycles around complicated maybe relationships or whatever it could be. It's different for everyone. It's a general reading. I have this feeling here that you are getting finally some kind of understanding or download here about what it is that you need to change or what it is that you need to let go of in order to move onwards and into a new era or a new cycle or a new phase of your life where things are just going to be much different. Much different. Emotional intelligence is the message here of the King of Cups in the position of the resources you can use. It's like really activate and work with the emotional intelligence that you're cultivating so that you can really work with this energy of revelation or understanding that you're getting from the Hermit and actually put it into practice, or you work with it in a very pragmatic way so that you can actually process this energy of closure, of transformation, of transition with the Death card that's here in the challenge position. You know, like it is hard to let go sometimes, even if we know that it's for our benefit, we know that we're going to be better off, we know that things are going to certainly improve around us when we make certain changes, but sometimes it's just hard to do that. For whatever reasons, it can be hard to let go of behavior, it can be hard to let go of people or situations, it can be hard to move on from things, even when we know we've been able to identify that those things have maybe been causing us suffering. It can be still really hard to acknowledge and let go. So work with emotional intelligence here, work with creative maybe ways of really processing and understanding that information, like in a ritualistic way even. You know, maybe do some kind of creative ritual practice or whatever, however you work with that kind of energy, with that kind of medicine work. You know, this is people who watch my content are not like your average person, I would say. Like people who watch my content, I would say, are people who are really interested in their own alchemy, people who are interested in their own understanding, development, and growth. And it's not like an easy path to walk. It requires a lot of dedication and commitment to growth, to self-learning, to self-understanding, and to the very humbling practice of self-awareness and understanding and realizing when you come across those things that you have unearthed or uncovered through your practice of deep diving and finding those things that are dark and maybe ugly or unattractive or hurt, and owning those things, accepting those things and integrating them and breaking free of the shackles that those things can create. So that's what I'm feeling here in your energy. There's this very empowered feeling of becoming aware of something and understanding it, and then moving into the next part of the process once you've understood and realized, of working with how to transmute and transform and alchemize that energy so that you can transition into a new version of yourself that's a little upgraded because you've been able to let go of something that was holding you back. Yeah. The Chariot in reverse on the bottom line here with the Six of Pentacles in reverse. I basically have covered everything in this reading as far as the cards. Let's take a look at the rune there and see what extra information we can get to tie this all together. So you have this rune called Ansuz in your reading. It's in the reverse position. This is the upright. So in the reverse it says misunderstanding, delusion, manipulation by others, boredom, vanity, and grandiloquence. So that could be something about what you've discovered recently that you know you need to transform and transmute. It could be any of those things that were just there in the notes. In the upright position, that's interesting. In the upright position, the meaning of the rune is a revealing message or insight, communication, signals, inspiration, enthusiasm, speech, true vision, power of words, and naming, blessings, the taking of advice, good health, harmony, truth, and wisdom. So that's what I feel very much is coming through your reading. There's this feeling of you getting a very clear revelation about something. Insight, understanding, awareness, wisdom is coming through, and your work here and what's challenging about it is now you need to put into practice or figure out how to translate that revelation into practice and take action on that understanding so that you can move through a phase where maybe things have been perhaps there's been impediments or difficulties or challenges, and you've located the source of maybe where that patterning and conditioning is coming from, and now the work is for you to move through it into a new phase where you've actually really understood what you've been grappling with, maybe for some of you for a long time, and it's enabling you to move forward into a much more freely engaging way with the universe, with life, with people, with your relationships, so that you have better harmony, you have greater reciprocity, you have a more clear path in your direction forward, and there's a much greater, more refined cultivation of emotional intelligence. Alright, Scorpio, I feel like that's it for your reading. I'm just going to check here again. I might add that you've come out twice in your reading, so the Death card is the Scorpion card. But the King of Cups is also a Scorpion energy because it's fixed water. So you're here and you're reading a lot. This says to me that you are very much able to work with this energy. It's your natural kind of habitat. This landscape is not unfamiliar to you. The work of this deep diving and excavating old stuff is very much about what Scorpio is, what it represents. So I don't feel like you're afraid of this kind of work. It's kind of natural to you. So just work with what you know, work with what you're understanding, work with what you already know you need to do with it, and just keep it moving forward. There's better times ahead for you. There's better energy ahead for you once you move through this transitional phase here. I feel like you're opening up, as I said there, to more healthy and harmonious relationships, better reciprocity, better mutual understanding. So yeah, thank you so much, Scorpio, for watching. It's been an honor and a pleasure to read for you. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next reading. Bye for now.